Hello, and a very warm welcome back to Life Classroom, the podcast that believes our most painful stories often teach us our most valuable lessons. Of all the different kinds of failure life can hand us, a business failure might just be one of the loudest and most painful, because it's never just about the financial loss or closing a company. It's about the collapse of a dream that we poured our entire life and soul into building. For many of us, our business felt like our child. The feeling on the day you have to finally admit, I can't go on anymore, is heavier than anyone who hasn't lived it can possibly imagine. It's a sense of guilt toward your team, a feeling of shame under the gaze of your community, and a profound emptiness when the identity you held as a founder or business owner vanishes overnight. But would you believe me if I told you that within the rubble of that dream, the seeds of your strongest growth are waiting? Today, we aren't just going to talk about the pain. We are going to explore the path back, the journey of the phoenix, ready to be reborn from the ashes. We're going to see how we can transform this devastating wound into our most resilient armor. Let's begin this lesson together. The first stage of the comeback journey isn't about jumping back up and running. It's about having the immense courage to sit down quietly amidst the wreckage and accept the reality of what has happened. A business failure hits differently than, say, losing a job. It is intensely personal. It doesn't just feel like something you did failed. It feels like you, as a person, are a failure. The pain is therefore much deeper and more complex. The first step is to give yourself permission to formally grieve. Yes, you heard that right. We need to give our dream a proper funeral. Acknowledge the sense of loss, the anger, the disappointments, and the sadness. Don't try to be strong or rush past it. These suppressed emotions will become a ticking bomb waiting to harm you in the future. Crying is not a sign of weakness. It is a necessary cleansing process for the soul. The second step is to separate your identity from the business outcome. This is the most dangerous trap for any entrepreneur. We often merge our identity with our business until they become one and the same. When the business succeeds, we feel worthy. When it fails, we feel worthless. We must practice telling ourselves over and over, my business failed, but I am not a failure. A business is an experiment. It's a hypothesis you created to test against the market. The fact that it didn't work does not diminish your value as a human being one bit. You are still the same capable, determined, and courageous person who dared to do what most people only ever dream of. The final step in this stage is life's first aid. While your spirit is still fragile, don't think about the big picture yet. Return to the absolute basics of life. Finances. Systematically address your debts. Talk to your creditors honestly and directly. Running from the problem will never solve it. Health. Get back to a regular sleep schedule. Eat nourishing food. Go for a gentle walk. A healthy body is the foundation for a resilient mind. Relationships. Be selective about who you share your story with. Choose truly trustworthy people who will listen without judgment. And please, do not hesitate to seek professional help from a therapist if you feel you can't handle it alone. This period is like putting a cast on a broken bone. You have to stay still to allow for healing. Rushing back to the race will only cause a more severe and chronic injury.
After you've tended to your heart and mind and have started to find your footing, it's time to switch roles. You're no longer the patient. You are now the surgeon. We're going to perform a detailed autopsy of your business, not to assign blame or relive the pain, but to extract every last drop of invaluable learning. This is the moment where you earn your real-world MBA, one that comes from real action, real pain, and real lessons. It is worth more than any theory in a textbook. Find a quiet time, get a whiteboard or a large notebook, and analyze your late business with these questions. Number 1, was the problem internal or external? External factors. What was outside of your control? An economic downturn, a pandemic, a technological shift, a powerful competitor? Acknowledging these helps you see the bigger picture and avoid excessive self-blame. Internal factors. This is the most important part. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. Product/service. Did our product not solve the customer's problem well enough? Was our pricing wrong? Marketing and sales. Were we talking to the wrong audience? Were our marketing channels ineffective? Finance. Was the failure due to poor cash flow management? Did we burn through capital on the wrong things? Team and leadership. Did we hire the wrong people? Was I the leader my team needed me to be? Was our company culture flawed? Number 2, what did I learn about myself as an entrepreneur? This is where you dig deep into your own character. What blind spots did this failure reveal? You might discover, I'm a brilliant creative, but a terrible manager. You might learn, I love building the product, but I despise sales and marketing. Or you might realize my own ego prevented me from listening to the warnings from others. Getting to know yourself on this level is a priceless treasure that will dramatically improve your decision-making in whatever you do next. This process can be painful, like cleaning out a wound, but when it's done, you will possess a personalized business playbook filled with lessons earned through direct experience. No one can ever take that away from you.
And now we arrive at the final and most powerful lesson. After we have healed our hearts and extracted our lessons, it's time to write a new story and lay the foundation for a comeback. Step 1, redefine failure itself. In the real world of entrepreneurship, failure is not the end. It is data. It is the tuition you pay for a greater success down the road. Just look at the stories of world-class entrepreneurs. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Colonel Sanders was rejected 1,000 times. They didn't succeed because they never failed. They succeeded because they learned from their failures. Step 2, craft your comeback story. When you go into your next job interview or pitch a new idea to an investor, how will you tell the story of what happened? Instead of telling it with a tone of defeat, I had a business and it went bankrupt, try telling it with the power of resilience and learning. For example, I built a business from the ground up and in the process learned an invaluable first-hand lesson in cash flow management and team building. That experience gave me a depth of business insight and prudence that few people have. Your scar has now become your credibility. It is proof that you are a real player who stepped into the arena, not someone who just read the theories from the sidelines. Step 3, decide on your next path. With all the wisdom you now possess, you have several options. Return to employment? Some people discover that the founder's life isn't for them. Taking your hard-won experience back into a corporate role could make you one of the most valuable employees in the company, someone who truly understands the big picture. Start again, but smarter. Armed with your lessons, you might be ready to re-enter the arena. But this time, you'll start lean, test your ideas first, and manage your capital with extreme care. Become a consultant or mentor? Your painful experience can save others from making the same mistakes. This could be a new, incredibly meaningful and valuable path. Whichever path you choose, remember this. The person you are today is not the same person who started that first business. You have been through the fire, and you have emerged wiser, more thoughtful, and infinitely stronger. And that brings us to the end of our lesson in the life classroom today. We've journeyed from the point of a dream's collapse through the process of healing the heart, dissecting the lessons, and preparing to soar once again. I want to leave this with all the fighters in the entrepreneurial arena. A business failure does not decrease your worth. It exponentially increases the value of your experience. You have become part of an uncommon group of people, the ones who dare to dream and dare to risk. The fire that was extinguished by the storm didn't disappear. It's still there, as hot embers, waiting for the right moment to be kindled into a flame again. And this time, when that fire ignites, it will burn brighter, warmer, and more steadily than ever before. Thank you for spending this time learning and growing with me. I am sending all my strength to every phoenix out there, waiting for the right moment to spread your wings. I'll see you again in our next episode, right here at the Life Classroom. Until then, take good care.